Hello, heathens.
Hello, Aiden's
We're back with our last of the signs of the zodiac.
signs of the Zodiac.
We're a little sing-songy today, so you're welcome.
Yeah, that's what happens when Mars goes into Cancer
Yes.
and Uranus goes retrograde.
Turns our back and says, fuck you guys, good luck. I'm out.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Eat a
Yeah.
dick.
I think yesterday Mars went into Cancer, and on the first of this month, Uranus went retrograde. And Nicole and I were both saying we woke up this morning feeling like, did a bottle of wine fall into my mouth and just happen to all spill into my tummy? Because I
Right.
did wake up very dizzy and like,
Did did I get up
where?
and sleep drink? Am I sleep drinking now?
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
alcoholic only when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Where's that bus go?
The, I was like, did I take a cruise last night and I got off a ship that I was on for 30 days in rough water and I don't
I
know
gotta
about
find I
it?
gotta find my land legs.
I'm like, are we sure the ground isn't moving? I was like, I think it might be moving.
I was like, God damn. And I was trying to be so good and so disciplined. Like I tried to get up at 5 so I have time to sit and then do magic at 6 and then go swimming at 7. Like I have a strict schedule, right?
Yep.
And I woke up at fucking 6 and I was like, fuck this.
And you said, nope.
I was like, grr.
Oh no, I'm like, are we feeling the earth moving? Is that what's happening? Is we're actually
Right.
feeling the
The sway.
spin? Yeah.
Oh God, I gotta hold on to something.
I'm like, I'm gonna go flying. Yeah, I want to look up like when the last retrograde was for Uranus and when Mars, because my Lord, I don't know which one it is, but it is something
Oh
else.
no, either one of them are like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan right now. Blech.
When was the last time Uranus? Is that how you spell Uranus?
Your anus.
Uranus. When was the last time Uranus was in retrograde? Gatorade. August. Oh, it was like it was between August 28th, 23 and January 27th, 2024.
Hmm. Be interesting to look back and like try to remember what was happening during that time, you know?
Yeah, this will go on from September 1st to January 30th, 2025.
Lovely.
Um, and I think,
Oh, it's retrograde in Taurus too. Ha.
hold on, let me go to the pattern. Taurus, there's my Taurus. Where's my Uranus is in Scorpio in Taurus, in the house of Taurus. So I don't know. I think it just means I'm gonna be fucked up, is what I mean.
Yeah, because we know that retrogrades are like it turns inward instead of being outward, like you know, you know what I mean. And I'm reading that it's saying it's inviting you to reflect on what is freedom to you within your heart, mind, heart, and soul. What would freedom feel like in your body? And what lives within you in opposition to this freedom, perhaps not feeling safe or resourceful enough to get on board. What about truth? Uranus is individuality and the liberation we find through being who we are. Who are you? Does this differ from who you have learned to be? Who emerges when you begin to clear other expectations, desires, fears, beliefs, and emotions and energy from your own truth? Uranus breaks open structures and limitations for the
Mhm.
for the purpose of evolution. So what structures, whether belief systems, emotional patterns, perspectives, nervous system responses, or many other things require tending to so that you may lean into your own evolution? And what is feeling too small, restricting, or limiting within you that you are ready to free yourself from? Uranus and Taurus is at work in the financial sectors of the world.
Yeah,
Um,
because of Taurus, it's things and
yeah,
your money and things.
the way we approach our income will shift.
And my is the way my signs are. I just thought about this is because mine are opposite days. Um, so Scorpio is in my second house, where Taurus is in my eighth house. So the second house is about your money, where the eighth house is about other people's money.
Hmm.
So I'm going to win the lottery.
So what you're saying is get a lotto ticket. Because I'm hearing get a lotto ticket.
I can wait, what was that? I'm sorry. Speak a little louder.
And then Mars being in Cancer is going to be like fierce determination and deep emotional sensitivity. So keep that in mind too. If people are sensitive right now and very sensitive, it's like Mars and Cancer. And then that fierce determination, which we know is Cancer because we just talked about Cancer and we just talked about Mars. Cancer is going to be like your home bodies. They're very big on the home. And Mars is going to push that determination through Cancer. So
Right, because
Godspeed.
Mars is action, Cancer is feeling. Mars does not like to be in Cancer. I don't like
No.
it. It likes to be hot and dry, and Cancer is not hot and dry.
No. Let's see how long. How long?
Yeah, how long is that one? That's probably that one should be pretty
I would,
fast-ish.
it's to November 3rd.
Yeah, okay. So not that far.
Yeah. Not too bad, but
Cool. So we're just gonna feel sluggish until then. Great.
while also reflecting on ourselves pretty heavily.
Well, that's
Emotions.
just another day in my chart. Like
Yeah, true. Yeah. Your turn.
that that Pluto in my first house is where I get that gift. Thank you very much. I I will never be off this train. It just keeps going.
Yeah. And it's probably you're only gonna get better at it.
I'm never gonna get better at it.
Because also new level, new devil. So
Right. There is no top to this. I don't know what you thought. There is no top. There's no mountain that I'm gonna be like,
I will be in the
yay,
trenches always.
yay. So cool. Awesome. That's awesome.
Well,
Love
speaking
that for
of
me. Love that for me.
Capricorns, so today we're doing earth signs. It's our last of
Earth.
the zodiacs before we move into the houses. And our earth signs are going to be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. In that order is how we're talking about them today.
Yes.
So without further ado, let's start with Capricorn.
Okay, we should start with Capricorn because
I feel that though, because when we were doing, I was like, finally, Libra.
and
Okay,
we're both cardinal signs, so that's exactly why you start with them,
listen, yeah,
right?
don't get us cardinal signs going.
You're right. We ain't gonna,
Danger.
we won't finish, but we'll start
We'll
it.
start it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Literally, that should be the statement for poster baby of cardinal signs. It's gonna say cardinal signs. Don't tempt me with a good time
Right. I'll start
because
something
I'll start it.
that you
Um,
have to finish.
your Capricorn typically is going to be between December 22nd and January 19th. And yes, like we said, Capricorn is the cardinal sign of the earth sign. So remember, this is the beginning. So when you think Capricorn, think beginning of winter, because for us here in the northern hemisphere, that's our start of the winter. It's like when
Yes.
the sun and the heat and the light are at their lowest, darkness is outweighing the day. And what this can remind you for with Capricorn too is their affinity for resourcefulness and preparedness,
Hmm.
especially because we have to think about that a lot in the winter, It's easier during the summer to be like, "Ah, damn, I really just need like a couple eggs." And so you run to the grocery store, where in the winter, you're like, I have to venture out. I have to make sure I have everything in play. I have to write a list of all the stuff that I need. I'm going to have to get gas. I have to do this is like my one trip for the week that I'm going out with. That resourcefulness
Yeah.
and preparedness is what you're going to think about when you think about Capricorn.
Well, it's interesting that you said, putting the winter days and the preparedness. It's like no wonder we were set in the middle of winter because like we have to prepare for the long night, like we're the
Uh-huh.
people like I mean, I don't mean like we are the people. We're the only ones that do that. Like, but it makes sense because like, and then even the fact of like Jupiter and Sagittarius are so big and jovial, and like Christmas season is so, lights and spectacular. And if we really think about it, think about Christmas Day because Christmas Day is actually in Capricorn. It's not in Sagittarius. It
Mm-hmm.
changes right there. I think the 22nd you said, right?
Yep.
So the longest day and night, the longest night is on the 22nd. This is why they did Yule logs too, is they would put a
Yeah.
Yule log on, they would prepare it in the fall and put it on at night, and that you were supposed to keep that burning all night because that way stuff didn't get down your chimney or any like demons or danger or anything like that. It would ward off those kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, when you think about it too, like, I don't know, I have quite a few Capricorn friends. I have some really, really Capricorn friends that have like one of my friends has six signs in Capricorn or something like that, like ridiculous. They are always the ones that are like, hey, we can't forget this, we can't forget this, we gotta get this, we gotta get that, we gotta dip, 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 dip. And I'm like, it's really nice for me because I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And you're like, no, we didn't. I had thought of it all. I have a list.
I'm like, no, nope, I got it. It's
I
fine.
got it. You don't worry about it. I got it. And it makes me realize like, holy shit, we do that during the winter. It's like we're going into that hibernation, that like conservatory like mode of like conserving energy, and like we got to be in the house and we're going to all like huddle together, especially Christmas time is like a time of togetherness. So you get all this preparedness and you're waiting for that moment of celebration during Capricorn too. And then
Mhm.
like same happens with the new year in Capricorn too. It's like this chilled out conservative, like you're conserving your energy until that day, that New Year's Eve night.
Right, right. Well, and then if we notice the trend that happens every January after New Year, so we've done all of the celebration, all of the buying, all of the eating. We have ran through Jupiter, hand by hand and was like, thanks, I will everything.
Yep.
And as soon as we hit January, everybody is dry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody goes on a diet or a
Mm-hmm.
cleanse. Um, everybody is not spending money. Like they cut top down and they like really conserve that kind of energy because they have overdone it
Yeah.
with in the December, January or November months. Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, and then the other part that goes along with what we're talking about right now is the fact that yes, Capricorn is a 10th sign in the zodiac, which is 10th house ruling. And this is where Sorry, I don't know how to swallow my spit and talk at the same time. I always joke like maybe I should have went to speech therapy as a kid to learn how to actually use my orifices. Um, so Capricorn is 10th, it has a 10th house ruling. And the 10th house is basically also known as the house of the social status, which makes so much sense why these two huge freaking holidays happen during Capricorn. Because it's like your social status and your success and your life's work are ruled by that 10th house. But the fact that it's social status one reminds me of like, okay, cool. Because yeah, part of Christmas now, because we do live in a what's the word I'm looking for? Um, oh, when you buy stuff, you gotta buy stuff, you gotta buy, you gotta buy, you gotta buy. You're a bad person
Material
if you don't buy.
materialism?
Capitalism. There it is.
Capitalism. All
We
right.
live in a capitalistic world, you know? Like you gotta buy, you gotta
Mhm.
buy. You're nothing without buying. How dare you not buy?
That's true.
It's this kind of become this social status thing where it's like, you know, a lot of us have realized that and tried to curb that. So I'm not saying that Christmas is bad. I'm just saying that there is this
No,
feeling of like, you're going to be nothing if you don't buy your kids and your grandkids and your friends and your sisters and
it's
your
pressure.
brothers. Like, yeah, that's
Hmm.
presents, right? And it's a big social status thing. We decorate our houses for our family to come over and we're like, look at all this stuff that I've done for you. And like, then we have the social status of New Year's Eve too.
Hmm. Pretty dresses, big food.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
you doing for New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
It's always like a one-upper, like, oh, well, I'm doing this. Oh, well, I'm doing that. Da, da, da. Like it's a whole thing that like you have to climb, I don't know, like be better. It's a competitive thing, right? Like it's not even,
Yeah. And to me,
and
that's that 10th house being like social
yeah,
status. What are you doing with your
yeah.
life?
Like, oh, you're staying home. Oh.
Yeah. You're just gonna watch movies at home? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, I know on New Year's I watched Twilight all day.
Let's be very clear, heathens. That's also her birthday. Her birthday is the first of the year.
Uh,
A Capricorn with the first of the year birthday. You're joking.
I have a client that's the same day too. I was like, oh, we're twinsies.
Start the year off. Birthday.
It's so nice, especially once you get older, to have your birthday done and gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Like I don't have it looming over me somewhere.
I know. And as I get older, I don't know if you felt this too, but with your birthday coming up, it's like everybody's like, "Oh my God, your birthday's coming up. What are you doing? Oh my God, your birthday's coming up. Oh my God, isn't your birthday coming up?" And I'm like, ugh.
No,
Yes,
because
it is, but
no, because I'm not a Libra. They don't do that
oh,
to me.
oh, shit, I do. I'm like, when's your birthday? What are we doing for your birthday? Like, we always go out for your birthday. What are we doing this year? You're gonna watch Twilight all day? You're gonna watch Twilight all day.
I'm gonna watch Twilight, duh. Well, I mean, Taurus moon, we have to eat well,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And then last year we went over Ryan and Dick's and did karaoke
Yeah.
until 4. It's always until 4 in the morning. It's the only time that I can get Rob to his poor life choices, really. It's all his fault. Um,
Life would be so boring without you for him, though.
I'm like, you have to go out on New Year's
Yes.
because it's my birthday.
Also, he cannot complain because he does end up enjoying himself. You get a few of them dirty martinis in him,
He
and he
does.
is enjoying life.
He does.
He's like, actually, I love it here.
His little Sagittarius Virgo is like, Mer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because
But
like
you get get a couple of dirty martinis in there, and oh my goodness,
what's his Venus in?
fuck!
Yeah, that's what I'd be. I've never thought about that until
I
now.
never thought about that either. I don't know if it'll show me
Watch it
here.
be like Taurus or something.
Seriously, bums, romantic partners. No, where? I don't know how to use the pattern.
They updated the pattern, which we talk about often. We love the pattern. Get the pattern. That's literally I ran to the pattern this morning to find out what the fuck was going on and why we woke up feeling like we got off of, like I said, a 30-day cruise. And it told me. But also they updated it, and I feel like an old lady that does not understand technology. So,
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think it'll show me his chart.
boo.
At least if it does, I don't, you know what it is. They probably will make you have to, oh wait, chart.
Ha,
Never mind.
she
Ah.
found it. Ha.
So okay, so there's, let me see if I can I do just one? All right, I at least know where my Venus sign is, so that can, his isn't, he's got all his planets are in Sagittarius.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So his is in
He's got a
his
stellium.
Neptune, Mercury, Sun, and Venus are all in the third sign or third
Wow.
house in Sagittarius.
So when you have three or more signs or planets in the same sign, in the same house, it's a stellium,
Ooh, what
which
is a
they're
stellium?
stellium, it's just that correlation. It means that it's way more powerful. I'm actually gonna pull up really quick this guy that I have found on TikTok who I am mildly obsessed with. Not mildly, pretty obsessed with. He explained all these stelliums. He just looks like a normal guy too, just like it's just normal. Like
Oh shit.
it is on TikTok. He says his account is evolutionary astrology, and he's very interesting to listen to. His handle, like his, you look him up by this, is SAI underscore AVANI. So his name is Sai, and he went over the stelliums and explains them in the houses. So, like, if you have a fourth house stellium, if you have a this house stellium, because I believe I have an eighth house stellium with Libra, and he was explaining what just that house and having those, like, you know, three or more in that house looks like. And it was really interesting to listen to. Yeah, I have a eighth house stellium. And
Mm-hmm.
it's basically when three or more signs are in it, it's a really powerful house for you. That house specifically plays like a lot in your life. Um, he's really good. He also does like the the weather forecasting or astrology forecasting, I guess however you would say that. And then like he has like his latest one was the difference between Pluto and Capricorn and Pluto and your Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see, he does like September astrology, like stuff like that. But this is what he looks like for you guys on YouTube. Just a normal,
Oh, okay.
just a normal guy.
I
But
would kind of like that.
I do too. He makes things very easy to understand and explains like so well. And I was like, thank you, TikTok gods, for giving me the
A normal person,
a person to explain this to me because I can never understand it.
I have to look him up.
Yes, please do. He's phenomenal.
No, that's great because I didn't. It's those like I know just a little bit about astrology, but it's all those little things that like, oh, three planets mean something,
Yeah,
like, and I don't know like card like they'll have a cross, like some sort of cross, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like,
I, I get that too
do I
because
have it?
I have one like there's like two like an X in my thing where two and I'm like I don't know whatever
Mm-mm.
that is.
Right.
Like
It's
I
that
just
whole thing of like, I don't know what I don't know.
because isn't your Capricorn all in the same, you have three in the same house as well?
Yeah, I have it in the third house
Yeah, so
or fourth house. I'm sorry.
he'll explain that too here. This one. I'm just gonna send it right to your phone. your
Okay.
TikTok so you have it. But yeah, you guys look him up if you have that or if you want to know more. He explains it better than I ever could because again, I don't truly understand it fully yet. I know the very minimum of it's three or more signs in the same house. Or
Mm-hmm.
three more planets in the same sign in the same house. It's a stellium and it sounds so cool.
Stellium.
Stellium.
That was
Everything
great.
will be turned into a song.
No, no, no.
Okay,
Okay,
so
back to Capricorn. Get it
Capricorn.
together.
Capricorn rules the knees, the skin, the bones, and the teeth. Which are we surprised? No, your skin is one of your biggest body organs. It is your biggest body
Mm-hmm.
organ.
Mm-hmm. It does the
Um,
job all the time.
your bones, you literally could not move around without them.
Well, that's
Um,
structure.
structure. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
what your knees would mean for Capricorn.
That they hurt.
That's fair. Probably movement, I would guess. Like, you
Getting
know,
jobs done.
yep, because this, even though that Capricorn is a cardinal, Capricorn is one of the one signs I will say really quick that will get the job done. It is
Mm-hmm.
like the one cardinal sign that, yes, will continue going.
Mm-hmm.
And then teeth. Teeth would be, I don't know,
Tearing and ripping.
probably also getting the job done. Movement. And then the tarot card is the devil.
Yes. Which the tarot card and the devil, like everybody is always like, "Oh my God, it's the devil." It's it's basically the ruler of material things.
Hmm.
The tarot card devil is also shows the two figures in the front, and they're lightly chained up to the thing. So this is what's really kind of interesting about the devil card is the fact that people get to blame the devil for things that they do wrong. And really, if you look at it, they're so it's almost like that skit where like they're like, stop hitting me, and they're like holding your hand and they're hitting themselves with your hand. And
Hmm.
they're like, she's hitting me. She's hitting me. It's like totally that kind of like vibe because if we if we look at it like being chained to this being the situation and realizing that you have choices, but you're telling yourself you don't have choices and I
Yep.
have to do this. And it's like you don't have choices or you do have choices and you don't have to be here. You can take the chain off. It's just the fact that a lot of us don't want to have conflict or b change. Even if it's bad for us, we still don't want to change it.
Yeah.
We want to just sit there and complain about it.
Right. And the devil card can also represent like the death of like you had said, I think it was last time or time before there was another sign that also has the tarot card of the devil representing them and you had said how it's like death of a project or something, so like something new is coming and like you have to like let go of like that project being done even though you don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like death of material happenings? No, which one was that?
Look at that.
Oh, okay, okay. Don't
I
forget what I said. Move it up.
was like,
Ooh.
I forgot which one that was. Was that a car? Was that a major arcana that we talked about?
I thought so. Uh, honestly, it's okay. I don't want to get the peoples confused.
I think that might have been the hangman.
Oh, was it?
I think
Uh-huh.
so. We're gonna maybe go with that. I don't know. I
Well,
can't remember.
that's okay. The symbol for for Capricorn is the sea goat, or in other plant forms, also a mountain goat. And the symbol is usually it looks like a little N with like a like swoop thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is usually depicted as like a hoof, the hoof like a mountain goat, and the tail of a fish is what
Yes.
you can. think of when you're trying to remember which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the lesser known material and spiritual nature of like Capricorn, because Capricorn is also a spiritual sign. It's just not talked about usually in that light because of its strong movement forward.
Well, and especially in this day and age, like we're known for just working and being workaholics and it is that. But like it's in anything we do. Like I have to climb the mountain. So like even that's why ritual magic is so good for me because there's so much to do and it's both physical and mental and there is no end to it. So I will always be able to strive to a new perspective or new height, if you will.
Yes.
But I heard somewhere somebody said something about the sea goat is like as the goat is climbing up, the tail still stays in the water.
Hmm.
So they're always still connected to that element as well as they go up.
Cool. Dual natured.
Yeah, yeah.
I also have that the Babylonians called the sea goat Ea, E-A, who was the protective god of water, knowledge, and creation. And in Greek mythology, the sea goat has other connections, one being the goat Amalthea, Amalthea, who nursed baby Zeus after he escaped being eaten by his father Kronos.
Mm.
And then in a later tale, Amalthea's broken hoof was transformed into the cornucopia, which is like full of earthly
Hmm.
bounties. We talked about Saturn being the ruling planet of Capricorn. It's planet
Hmm.
discipline, maturity. And in Greek mythology, we've talked about this when we talked about Saturn. Saturn's also known as Kronos, who is the father of time.
Hmm.
Um, they're like even though Capricorn's more of a feminine quality and has that yin quality, Saturn keeps them being more of like the quote unquote daddy sign of the zodiac because they have that like almost like maternal and paternal command.
Well, it's a very strict kind of like it's very interesting with Saturn because it is very dark feminine kind of energy. But that also can be very masculine in translation because like again, we don't think about the dark feminine as an attribute in this like world right now. We forgot that she was there and what her purpose was. Um
Hmm.
it it is very yeah, because it's very confusing about like, it can represent your dad in your astrology chart, I do believe. And And I think depending on the aspects, it might actually also represent your mother. It's a very, because it's all about authority.
Right.
So it does have this like dual nature of, um, because it's not necessarily like feminine, masculine. It's really about the other things about like structure, understanding, um, a dark quality in a good way. Uh,
Yeah, which is why you can think about it too with the sea goat, right? Like you have the goat
mhm.
part of it, like you said, climbing the mountain, which is going to be like that solid work ethic, the perseverance, and the willpower. But you have the mermaid's tail down in the water, keeping like your imagination and the spirit and like plunging deep into that part too.
Well, and I think also it's like a lot of sacrificing because as you're climbing these mountains and as you're pursuing your goals, like anybody that has ever worked their way up to something, whether it's school, work, um, family, anything like that. You're always working into something, and there's a lot of sacrifices that we have to take. Like, if you're trying to do it at work, then you're taking on extra projects, you're uh, tr educating yourself so that, and that when you're doing that, you have to sacrifice your friends and family because you're trying to build this over here, right? So there's
Hmm.
always this thing of sacrifice in Capricorn, kind of the workaholic kind of thing. Even
Right.
schooling or a lot of like spiritual aspects. Like I can't be out with my friends and meditate for an hour at the same time. Like it just doesn't work that way, right? Like so those are the those are the things
You
that
haven't learned
are
how to be in two places at once yet?
not I'm close. I am like this close to doing it, but no, I have not.
So some good words to remind when you are looking at a Capricorn in your chart placement is think loyalty, family-minded, hardworking, devoted, honest, and fearless. And then challenges with this Capricorn sign can also be pessimistic, unforgiving, cold, materialistic, snobbish, and hopeless. So those are all good things to keep in mind too if you have a Capricorn placement in your chart and like um think of those words because it can be both, if not all of them.
Oh, absolutely. All of that is true. Like, I notice, like, especially now that I become more of like not my program self, but my actual authentic self, I've noticed a lot of stuff like I feel bad. Okay, my Libra side feels really bad that I don't say hi to everybody as I walk down the hallway, right? But my
Yeah.
Capricorn is like, what are we going to do? Talk about the Kardashians?
Ugh.
Like I know one thing. I know the occult. That's it. Like at this point in my life, like I don't really know anything else. Well, hair. Like I know hair and I know uh the occult. Those are the things that I know. But
Yeah.
that's not like a normal like are we gonna talk about your dog that he ate your slipper? Like I but
It's not going to stimulate your Capricorn mind.
no.
You-
It's also like I have that's a big wall. Like you gotta learn how to jump the wall
Right.
because I'm not gonna like and I don't know if this is true for every Capricorn. I mean,
That might
uh
also be your Taurus moon.
that's true too. They're like, no, no, see ya. But yeah,
Taurus,
it's
which we're going to get into, but that carefulness, that cautiousness is Taurus.
until you look at Trista.
Yeah. Or Taurus.
A Taurus, and a Virgo.
That's a
Because
lot
I
of
think
Earth
she's
thing.
a Taurus moon, Taurus sun, and then a Virgo rising.
It's a lot of Earth.
That's a lot of Earth.
That's a lot of Earth.
Um, but if they're cold, if there's, you just have to let them do, like, especially very cautious, very, um, they're going to be like at a party, there might be a little like either shy or not really like, they're not going to be the people that, they're not going to be your Geminis. They're not going to come up to you and say, "Hi, I'm Nicole." Like, da da da. Like, no, it's not that. Unless I have a job. And then I will put on that character. But if I'm just at a house party, I'm not coming up to you. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna like it's not one of those things. It's-
You're the cool, calm, collective sitting over here. And if you come up, then we'll say hi. But like, it's not going to be like the bubbly in your face. How's it going? How have you been? Blah, 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 blah.
You're right, right. Well, I remember being at the salon and having like the Gemini sitting there waiting for the instructor. And of course, I'm sitting there in the back row because, and I'm like, ew, look at this guy. And she's like, "Hi, how are you? How have you been? What have you been doing? Do you like it here?" Like she is
Yep.
like chatting him up one side and other. And I was like, "Oh, that's right." Because I was like so enthralled by both of our like approaches.
I could see that.
Hmm.
Is that your 7/7 Capricorn? What's the opposite of Capricorn? Trying to find it.
No, that's Cancer.
Oh, it's Cancer.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. I can remember.
Because if I'm cold and a workaholic, they're warm and
about the home.
Yeah, nurturing.
That makes sense.
So the
That's
Capricorn would have the structure and the means to hold up the Cancer and the home kind of
yes.
thing. It's a balance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Do you have anything else about Capricorn? Because that is all I have.
All I have, just from the little nifty book that I have. Um, oh, interesting. The solar system says Earth and Saturn, which I don't know what that means, but it's in here.
No, that makes sense.
It does actually make sense. Now that I think about it. Celebration is winter solstice. Season is winter. Day is Thursday. Element is earth. Energy is yang. Root is crown and root chakra.
Mm.
Colors are black, blue, brown, gray, green, indigo, red, violet, and white. Plants are cinnamon and patchouli. Gemstones are agate, amethyst, bloodstone, cat's eye, garnet, jet, lapis, malachite, obsidian, onyx quartz, or onyx, I'm sorry, onyx and quartz, rose quartz, ruby, smoky quartz, metals are lead and silver, birds are falcon and goose, heron and owl, animals are dog, elephant, goat, and lion, marine life is dolphin, angel is Uriel, goddess is Aphrodite, Freya, Gaia, Hecate, and Juno. The god is Dionysus, Baal, Ea. Ea is a god or a goddess?
Um, God. It's the protective god of water in
That's so
Babylonian.
cool. It's right here because I've never heard of that god before. And I was like, Ea, we just talked about them.
Mm-hmm.
Inca, Pan, Saturn, Thor. So your issues, intentions, and powers, accomplishments, ambitions, beginning, confident, concentration, focus, cycle, darkness, death, determination, discipline, endings, grounding, intuition, love, lust, manifesting, message and omens, negativity, obstacles, order and organize, patient, prosperity, psychic abilities, responsibilities, skills, stability, success, and willpower.
Yep.
Uh, and
Heavy
that's
on the
all.
willpower.
And that's what we got on Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay. Moving
Capricorn.
on to Taurus.
Moving on up.
Um, Taurus is typically going to be between April 20th and May 20th. They are the fixed signs of the earth, or the fixed sign of the earth signs. Mixed up my S there, dyslexia.
Yes.
Um, so this is our stabilizers, right? This is like Capricorn's one brings it in, Taurus is the one that stabilizes it out. This is the second sign in the zodiac, and it has this, which means it has a second house ruling, which is the
Mhm.
house of value, possessions, monies, and talents. And the second house is all about rewards. So the typical Taurus personality is going to love the rewards of the game. So think like physical pleasures, material goods. For all those
Mhm.
born under this sign, that's going to be like you're going to usually love that in excess. These are going to be
Mhm.
your people that like love shopping and love decorating and having nice things around and things they deem nice.
Mhm. Beauty, luxury, all that stuff. Good food, very good food. They're very foodies,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure.
remember when we talked about the planet that's the Marie Antoinette of the planets being Venus? She rules Taurus. So wine and dine me, baby. Give me the
Uh,
luxury of life.
absolutely.
That's gonna be your Taurus. Your Taurus is gonna be like, we're not staying in that hotel. It's not nice enough.
Right.
I'll book us a nicer one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were gonna fly Spirit? We're flying Delta. Yeah, yeah. We're no, we're gonna fly Delta and we're gonna do it at this time because this time means like we get to sleep in a little bit or we'll get there and we'll have more
Mm-hmm.
time to go. And then I already booked us a really nice dinner.
And
So
a
make sure you
massage
bring nice,
afterwards.
yeah, and a
All
massage afterwards. Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah. That's gonna be your Taurus.
Mm-hmm. And which is a great things to actually know because if your partner is a Taurus like Venus, then these are things that you just automatic. So instead of trying to fight it and be like, "Oh, we don't need that," or maybe you just don't know what to do from like those are like easy things for a Taurus. Like either get them a soft blanket and soft stuff, like everything needs to be a texture of softness. You need to buy them that expensive watch or car or you know what I mean? Like they love that stuff. They love, expensive pillows. They want to have um that expensive meal. They want that luxury kind of uh queen queendom kind of thing. Like that's totally them.
Yeah, absolutely. This all goes along too with the Taurus ruling the throat, neck, and jaw, which makes sense. We adorn our throats a lot. Jewelry and like your neck is like a big part of like how you see your face. Have you ever realized that when you sit in a cape and your neck's cut off, all of a sudden you don't like your face. Your neck helps you like your face so much. Because without it, all of a sudden you're just ahead. We love our throats and our necks more than we know.
That's so interesting.
It's so funny. I actually made this conclusion this week, actually yesterday while I was doing hair, because my client was like, God, why do it? Every time I sit in this chair, I feel so ugly. And I was like, let me do something. And I pulled her thing down. She saw her neck. She's like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, dude, our necks tell us a lot about how we like our face.
That's
Without it,
amazing.
all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I think I know that have I'm trying to think because I've been swimming and I do like my neck more, but I didn't really like put two and two together, right? Like it was very odd experience, like especially swimming is like finding my neck. And I
Yeah.
know like feeling the sensation of water, like as I'm underwater, like I can feel it run across it.
Hmm.
And why it's so um I don't know why it's just so big for me, a big feeling for me, and I don't necessarily know why, right?
Yeah.
Like, but that's so interesting that you say that because I have been really working on getting a neck because I didn't have one for a very long time.
Yeah, and I don't think any of us really, when I said it yesterday, I thought about it for a long time. I'm like, damn, that is so crazy because when you put a cape on a client, it cuts them off right here in the middle of the neck. All of a sudden, they do not like the way their face looks. We take their cape off to show them what their hair looks like on them, and they're not looking at their body, they're looking directly here.
Mm,
Your neck just makes you like your hair and your face so much more, where necks are so, well, they're really important in general, but like when it comes to our looks, our necks are hugely important. When we
hmm.
like really short hair on a woman with a really long, elegant neck, it looks stunning on her, but it's because she has the length between here. Her neck is what
Right.
we like.
Hmm.
Crazy, right?
It's so crazy.
So
It's
weird.
such a appendage that we have that we don't even think about.
Yeah, when I got my throat tattooed is when that hit me because your throat is an empty vessel. And I did not realize it until something was hitting it and vibrating it. And I was like, the whole time I was getting tattooed, all I could think is, I have an empty vessel, just an empty tube, just it right here, just empty. There's nothing really.
Did you go, ah?
I did think about it like, uh.
When I get my neck tattooed, I'm gonna be so annoying.
Aw.
It'll be like me sitting in front of a fan, like, ah.
Jay's gonna be like, stop. What are you
He'll be like,
doing?
oh, okay, and you're done.
And you're done. Yeah, it's funny. You don't really think about your neck and how much
Mm-mm.
it means to you, but it also makes sense to me now having all this realization behind like how much our necks actually like affect our looks. And how Taurus rules your throat and your neck, and then your jawline. Think about how
That's
much we
so
put
cool.
on freaking jawlines, especially nowadays. Of oh my
Oh,
god, I want to
yeah.
snatch jawline. I gotta contour the hell out of it to get this like
I gotta cut that shit.
cut it. I want it. I want it. Snatch it.
Just
Snatch.
snatch it.
Yep. Um. Okay. The tarot card is the Hierophant.
Hierophant.
Which will you give us what the Hierophant means, please?
It's always so, the Hierophant to me means a lot of different things, but um and also like it's kind of hard to maybe explain even. Oh, here we go. I think I got it. No, that's not it. I was thinking that maybe it was in here, but it is not coming up. Emotions, calm. Okay.
I can give you a few that Google says. Google says symbolizes traditional values institutes and is often associated with the religious or spiritual.
Yes.
Can provide you with wisdom or guidance. It's like a counselor or mentor.
It's like a spirit, yeah, like a spiritual counselor or even like hierarchy. And it also represents the subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. Like it
Mm.
has those like three levels. It also has the keys to like getting into that next level.
I was gonna
Like,
say Valhalla.
yes. It goes right to death and then you go to Valhalla. Um, there's also a worship aspect about it and just connected to higher divinities. So if we're looking at the fool's path and we have jumped off the cliff, we have landed on the magician. The magician tells us we need everything we need. The emperor, oh, not the empress, the who is that? Why am I forgetting her name? God damn it. I want to call her the mystic, but that's not right.
um,
Who's the third one? It's the, and I
what's it look
probably,
like?
it's the lady with like the mirror and the two pillars behind it.
The Empress?
Not the empress, the one
No, it's
behind
not the
it.
Empress. Wait, is that not the Hierophant?
Nope.
Wait, no, 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 no. The
Hold
two,
on.
oh,
I'll just take a picture of it because I can't see what. The priestess. My
the
goodness.
priestess.
The high priestess.
What is wrong with
What
us
is,
right now?
I'm blaming on Mars
It's
in
Mars,
Cancer.
the high priestess. Jeez, Louise. Shame, shame.
See, listen, this is messing everything up. Okay, so the high priestess gives us, we have the tools that we need. She gives us like the higher knowledge to like the way we're going to do it, the way we're going to feel about it, the pros and cons to everything. And then the Empress is birthing it. So once we are actually birthing the idea, then we have to take action with and protect it from with the Emperor. Well, once we've done all that, we don't know what to do next. So we have to have this higher learning or higher consciousness. And that's what
Mm.
continues because then we find our high passion and our divine with the lovers. We find our like true. north, we find our true divine will in the lovers. So
Uh,
that's what I got for that.
nice job, buddy. You got there.
That was a rough one.
That was rough.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys.
Oof.
Um, okay, so for our symbol for Taurus is the bull. This
Hmm.
matches the sign slow and steady perseverance. And the symbol is looks like a little circle with little horns on it. It's pretty easy to know it's Taurus because it's a symbol of the head of the bull.
Right.
Um, and this is gonna like it also represents like them being persistent, hardworking, sometimes stubborn are the main traits of Taurus.
Right.
Um, Good word associations I have are patient, organized, supportive, romantic, careful, and dedicated. Challenging words I have that associate with Taurus are overindulgent, stubborn, lazy, vain, cheap, and too cautious. Um, if you
Man,
have,
that one's
yeah, if you have Taurus friends, all of those hit very hard.
yes.
Taurus is usually pretty persistent. They're also pretty hardworking. I feel like you're gonna note that one of the biggest traits that goes along with every earth sign is hardworking and persistence. Um,
Absolutely.
Stubbornness too, with Taurus is a big one.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think
since
with all the earth signs even, it's very Virgo might be a little more movable, but it's still a stubborn sign as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's pretty light on the movable.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Mm-hmm.
these, once an earth sign puts their mind to it, dude, they're the ones that you need in your corner to help you get something done. Doesn't matter if they're
Absolutely.
cardinal mutables fixed, it's earth, and earth is that stability that a lot of us need, especially air signs. Earth signs are so nice to be around. It's really easy because they'll pull you back down. It's like we'll pull them up, they'll pull us down, and hopefully we'll meet somewhere in the middle. Because like sometimes that earth sign pulls you back down to earth, and you're like, oh fuck.
Well, yeah, because like you're the balloon and the earth sign is the weight on the end. You know, when you just get those balloons from Myers, like it's the weight on the end of it so you don't float off.
Float off into the freaking space, man. Like
Right, right.
goodbye. Get me out of here.
Goodbye. I'm out.
Okay, so this is something that Nicole and I were kind of like debatable. Technically speaking, because the zodiac cycle starts with um Aquarius, or the Taurus is the first earth sign in the zodiac. And with the way it kind of works in the world, we kind of feel like Capricorn kind of is the first earth sign, especially since it's the cardinal sign of the earth signs. It feels more right that Capricorn would be first because it's like the start of the new year, too. So to me, yeah, sure, Aquarius is the first one, or not the first one, first in the year, and Cap Taurus is the first earth sign is what I meant to say. But
Aries. Aries is the first one.
yeah, Aries is the first, but I'm saying Taurus is the first. I'm getting dyslexia up in here with all of our signs. It feels more right that Capricorn would be the first, in my opinion, just because we start the year out with Capricorn still in Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it is the cardinal of the earth signs. So I think it's so funny that Taurus is the first of the earth signs in the zodiac cycle.
Mm-hmm. It's
Weird.
a it's so well, I guess if you look at it that way, because Aries is something like a fire that starts, like a spark that's like, could be a forest fire, right? Well, Taurus's energy going to help you keep it going.
Yeah.
And then Gemini is going to give you the knowledge to keep it going. Like, oh, we need this. Like, I know this is how fire works, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know how this analogy is going to go into Cancer.
Cancer would be
Um,
the home that's next to the fire.
Burn it down. I think I have to work on that. I know it goes like that somehow, but I am not. It's something I have to like meditate on more about that. If that I'm going to use that analogy.
Well, yeah, I mean, Taurus can also be like the bedrock that sets the foundation, right? This is
Yeah, yeah.
Taurus personality brings stability and ensures that there's like security for themselves as well as people around them. Like when
Mm-hmm.
a Taurus cares about you, dude, they care hard, real
Mm-hmm.
hard. Under the Taurus planetary cycle, we all become a little more grounded and sensual. You get more in touch with your bodies and your appetites, the things that you like, think your Venus wants and needs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Taurus is going to be, we've already talked kind of about this, but they're going to be the ones that really want comfort and they're going to seek that out above anything because that's what they feel pleased by, what they feel good by. It's soothing to them, just whatever is comforting to them. That's going to be their first thing they go for. And Taurus has been associated with blessing agriculture. Um, like in many different cultures, it's a involved with that is going to be cultures like Sumerian culture, Babylonian, Greece, Roman, and even New Mexico, where there's cultures there that have a lot of tourist blessing agriculture. Like it's marking the time of plow and plant
Well,
planting
even
vital
like,
crops. Jeez.
yeah, because the Taurus would be, I mean, bulls technically have the fertilizer they need to grow the crops, right? Like,
Yep.
um, we have a lot of like, even thinking about, I always love the signs, the sayings about Taurus, like bull in a china shop. It's so true.
Mm,
Or even like, if a Taurus or if a bull is running, you're not going to stop it. If a bull is sitting, you're not going to get it to go. So, like, that's the stubbornness and like they're fixed. They're fixed. They're a
yes.
fixed sign.
That's it's like the two speeds that Taurus has, right? They're either
Mm-hmm.
they're content and relaxed or they're ready to charge.
Right,
It's
right.
one of the two.
And it's going to be hard to transition those movements or lack thereof.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Okay, give us what you got from your magical book, my friend.
Magical book. Oh, I gotta hold, please. I gotta turn the page. Turn the
Page.
page. Okay. Earth and Venus, spring, Friday, midnight is the magical night. Element is earth. Chakra is root, heart, and throat.
Wow.
Um, yin energy, the Empress, Hierophant, and Pentacles is the tarot cards for them.
Mm,
Why are they
makes
so
sense.
special? They get three.
Yeah. Say that again. It was the Hierophant. Pentacles
The
makes sense.
Empress,
Oh, and the Empress. Yeah, it makes sense. Bounty. Bountiful.
yes, yes, Hierophant and the Pentacles. Colors are blue, green, mauve, orange, pink, red, yellow. Trees are apple, cedar, cherry, cypress, hawthorn. Herbs are like blackberry, daisy, dandelion, heather, hibiscus, honeysuckle, lilac. Gemstones are agate, carnelian, diamond, emerald, jade, jasper, lapis, um, malachite, moss agate, opal, pyrite, brass and copper are the metals, coral is the sea. Birds are doves and robins. Angel is Uriel. Goddess is Aphrodite. Asherah, Astarte, Bass, Flora, Fig, Gaia, uh, Hathorn, Ishtar, Isis, Venus. Um, Gods are Baal, Bacchus, Dionysus, Jupiter, Zeus. Animals, beaver, cattle, bull and ox, goat and tiger. Huh, it says the white tiger though.
Because of Zeus.
Oh, I see a white tiger.
No, Zeus is typically representative of like the white bull or white animals. Usually it's like
Oh,
white.
okay, okay. Issues into intentions and powers are affection, comfortable, dedication, devotion, determination, endurance, grounding, the home, intuition, jealousy, life, vitality, lust, love, magic, sex magic, the mind, logic, money, order, organization, passion, patience, pleasure, protection, security, the senses, stability, sex, unity, stability, strength, and wealth.
Mm.
And that's all I got on Taurus.
Alrighty, moving right along here. Next and last but not least, 'cause not least at all, we have Virgo. And Virgo typically hits between August 23rd through September 22nd. And this is your mutable sign of the earth signs. Which mutable signs is like our ending. It's like our closing of a chapter to bring in the new.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Virgo is the sixth sign of the, I don't know what's happening with my words, but I'm getting all tongue-tied over here.
Da 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 da.
Virgo is going to be your sixth sign of the zodiac with a sixth house ruling. Your sixth house is going to be your house of self-improvement, and its main areas of influence include work, health, vocations, daily routines, and service. Um, Virgo rules the digestive system, stomach, and the waist. And your tarot card here is going to be the Hermit.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
So the hermit is sitting right in the ninth position. And this is the point of our journey that we really have to go inside and kind of check in with like it's almost like organizing everything that we have been through and really like taking stock and just like doing a little like housekeeping and maintenance, making sure we're on the right path. It shows uh a being with a cloak and a stick and a lantern. And the lantern is like your little light in the darkness. Like it's there to kind of guide you. It's almost like your soul or your higher spirit or something like that. So this is going to guide you through this darkness and through this like internal way of kind of going. This is going to be the guide for it. So if we get this card, a lot of times we need to like depending on where it's at, we need to stop. We need to kind of go inside, maybe do a couple like self checks, make sure that we're not like doing something that's off kilter or carrying around something that's dead. So this is where we kind of just do the check-ins.
It's like a retrograde of the major arcana.
Ain't that the truth? Well, because what happens is because we got strength and movement from the chariot and strength, and then we have to go inside. Well, when we come out from the hermit, we have the wheel of fortune, and the wheel of fortune is where things start moving. We've gotten the education from like all the books and everything that we've learned from the first 10 major arcanas. This is where we really are almost on our divine path and we're really going forward on the path.
Right. Beautiful.
But
Um, our ruling planet here is going to be Mercury,
yes.
the planet of communications. Mercury carried out requests and tasks at the command of other gods, even adopting multiple personas in order to fulfill his missions, which fits perfectly with Virgo's ability to multitask and check off like their never-ending list of to-dos with
Oh
lots of
yeah.
precision. This,
Lots of precisions.
yes,
And Virgos are very self-critical. They're very critical of other people, although they wouldn't necessarily do it out loud.
right.
Um they're very hard on themselves. They're very these are going to be like your very clean, very tidy usually. They're very they love really small things. They love really small details. So
Mhm.
they would like if they give you they'd give you a gift, they would be something very simple inside, but it would be in a very detail oriented box with like all the things. Like it all might be muted in color and that kind of stuff, but it will be very meticulously put together.
Yes. Yes. Your symbol here is the Virgin. Now, the symbol of the Virgin in Babylonian society was associated with the goddess Shala, who was depicted holding an ear of grain. So, to the Babylonians, the goddess ruled over fertility in the harvest, connecting Virgo to some of its earliest archetypal associations. This connection to the harvest continues in Greek mythology, where Virgo is connected with the goddess Demeter, who ruled over the bounty of the earth and agriculture as well. And then Virgo is connected to Ceres through early Roman culture, where she was the ruler of the same agricultural theme. So to this day, Virgos held this connection with planting and growing food and herbal medicine.
Hmm.
And then with the symbol, the glyph is meant to represent a maiden carrying a shaft of wheat, in addition to the M glyph to represent either intestines or virginity. Wow, virginity.
I was like, what's that
Mm,
word?
it's a new one. Virginity. Yeah, your main Virgo traits here are going to be helpful, analytical, and in tune with nature.
Hmm.
Very
Very,
service oriented.
yes, yes, they're usually because obviously we're just talking about the sun sign. Well, we're talking about the sign. So a lot of this will give you a different perspective depending on what other flavors are around it too.
Yeah.
But these are, sometimes these would be your serial killers because they're so detail oriented that they would get away with it.
Yeah. Are there, honestly, are there a lot of like historically Virgo serial killers?
I think so. I think I want to say Sagittarius, Pisces, Geminis, and Virgos. This would be your
Interesting.
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, yes, it would be.
This would be him. Hmm.
That makes sense because, yes, he was very detail oriented.
And loved, yeah, it's very detailed. Didn't necessarily wasn't too flashy. Uh, very precise, very smart.
Do you want to know something I just read? Because I was scanning just to see. Killers born in the sign of Capricorn accounted for more victims total and on average than those in any other sign.
Oh,
Combined, they killed more than 800 people, or 19 on average, and the lowest average was for Virgo killers with 7 victims each. Makes sense because Capricorn's like, gotta get the job done.
gotta get the job
Virgo's
done,
like,
and I
gotta
gotta
take
be
our
the
time.
best. I gotta
Yeah,
be
gotta
the
be the
best.
best. And then Virgo's like, take my time, detail oriented. They're gonna find
No, no.
everything.
Right. That's funny.
Um, yeah, so anyway, sorry for that little caveat there. You're welcome,
No, I
heathens.
like that.
I saw that, I was like, ooh,
Oh.
interest perked. Your good associations for a Virgo sign could be dedicated, resourcefulness, helpful, hardworking, witty, practical. Your challenges here could be preachy, self-destructive, overwhelmed, self-pitying, uptight, and
Mm-hmm.
critical.
Mm-hmm.
So Virgos more than any other sign were born to serve. It gives them great joy. They're also tailor-made for the job since common Virgo traits are going to be industrious and methodical and efficient. They're really
Mhm.
going to be really good at like customer service, essentially.
Mhm.
Or like if you need something done, Virgo's going to make sure every detail of it is tailored to you.
Absolutely.
Um, I have that Virgo's personality traits are derived from their receptive feminine or yin qualities, making the sign more oriented towards contemplation and engagement with inner awareness. They have that diligence and adaptability and observant energy at the core of their personality, and an echo of the preparedness and utility of late summer, early fall activities.
Mhm.
And yeah, strengths can be found in their mental agility, adaptability, and skillfulness. Um, they're just I mean, it's all the same kind of thing. They're diligent, they're observant, they're aware, they're meticulous, they're, more prone to perfection.
I do find that they talk more too.
Yeah, my grandma's a Virgo.
Mhm.
They talk a lot.
Mhm.
Which makes sense with Mercury being
Yep.
their what do I want to say? Hello, ruling planet. But I also feel like Virgo is the one where they care a lot about communication. I feel like a lot of Virgos that I do know that are like have probably a stronger Virgo sign. Usually they have like a pretty big vocabulary too, where it's
Mhm.
like they really care about the words they're using and how they use them.
Yes.
They'll be the ones where if you mess up, they'll like jump right in and give it to you, and you're like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
I I make up my own words.
I'm making up my own words. I have my own dictionary.
I have my own dictionary. Um, what do you got in your magical book over there for Virgo?
Virgo. Caesar.
I'm telling you
Season.
today, this words thing.
Caesar salad summer.
Summer. Caesar salad summer. Sing song.
Sing song. Season is summer. Uh Day is Wednesday. Element is earth. The chakras are sacral.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were trying to say
I don't know.
season is summer and you said Caesar salad summer. That's
That's how my
hilarious.
brain works. Caesar salad summer.
It's
You're welcome.
funnier that I knew that you were trying to say
Welcome.
season is. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mm.
The chakras are sacral, solar plexus, and throat again. Colors are black, blue, brown, gold, gray, green, pink, purple, violet, white, and yellow. The Terra is the Herman and the Magician. Uh, Trees are birch, chestnut, all of them. Really, all of them. They don't really,
Lots of trees.
right? Lots of trees.
Lots and lots of trees.
I'm like all of them. They've
Mm,
never met a tree they didn't like.
yeah.
Um, Herbs are dill, fennel, honeysuckle, lavender, lily of the valley, peppermint, rosemary, violet, patchouli, sandalwood, skullcap. Stones and minerals are agate, amazonite, amethyst, uh, aquamarina, diamond, emerald, garnet, jasper, jade, lapis, lodestone, moss agate, opal, peridot, sapphire. Metal is mercury. God is Odin.
Mm.
Goddess is Artemis. Demeter, Diana,
Hestia.
Hestia, Inanna, Iris, Ishtar, Isis, Kor, Persephone, and Vesta. Archangel is Uriel. Animals are bears, brown bear, cat, pig, and squirrel. The bird is the sparrow. So these are the issues, intentions, and powers. Abundance, beginning, consciousness, cycle, destiny, emotions, ending, grounding, independence, intuition, love, the mind, analytical, nurture, order, organization, purification, sex and unity, shyness, success, business, and well-being.
Mm. Go Virgos.
Go Virgo.
So yeah, your signs dependable, you
I
know.
will say that your Virgos do, even aspects of Virgos, they do worry a lot. Like they don't even, anything they do is sprinkled with worry. So if you have a Virgo friend or have like both my husband and my daughter has rising Virgo, and they both have this worry that is part of their makeup.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I feel like earth signs as a whole are going to be like your dependable people. They're going to be your people that
Mm-hmm.
keep you grounded. They'll get things done for you. It's just going to be done in different flavors,
Right.
different ways of being done.
Um, yeah, very stable, very grounded usually. Uh, depends how much earth they have in them. Um, These are good people to run things by because they can take a different perspective from it, a more earthy perspective to it, a more grounded kind of perspective. Where like if you talk to an Aries, they're like, burn it down, let's go get our pitchforks and like, we're off to murder and or fight. They wouldn't murder, they would fight. Um, so your earth signs would be a little bit better uh not better, just a little more grounded with their thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
I think that's our earth signs. Yeah,
That's all the signs, that's
that's
all of
all
them.
the signs. We've done all
Hmm.
the signs.
Hmm. Well, and the great perspective about this is hopefully what you guys have learned with our journey on this is that it takes all kinds and everything. Like it takes a whole group for it to actually work. We can't have all Aries or all Sagittarius, just like we can't have all, bankers running the world. Like it has to have this balance of these energies, these aspects that we have on the planet already. And when you balance them out is how we can really move forward really well.
Absolutely. Our next episode is going to be about the houses. We've kind of gone into them a little bit throughout the signs, but we're going to go into them a bit deeper in the next episode so we can try to understand them better. Um, and then after that, that concludes our astrology
Hmm.
portion. Go us.
Go us.
All
Well, I
right,
can't believe it's September. Like,
dude. Yeah, seriously.
what happened?
I don't know. I feel like maybe the Earth is spinning faster and we just haven't noticed it.
That's probably true.
I'm
That's
like,
probably
what
true.
the hell?
You're like, what the hell? What's happening? I don't understand.
Everything's moving so fast.
Why is it Tuesday on Wednesday? Like, I don't understand.
Right. No, no, no.
No, no.
Alrighty, my friend. Do you have anything else for the people today?
Nope.
Cool. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.